Hello and welcome out here to Georgetown High School for this District 25 5A matchup between the Liberty Hill Panthers and the Georgetown Eagles. It is senior night here in Georgetown, and the Eagles have a lot of seniors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 seniors on this team, so there was a lot of recognition, and a lot of those seniors here for this Eagle squad is going on to continue their athletic career in college. We'll get to more of those in the game as players come up to bat or get out on the mound. I am Jason Hebner, and I'd like to welcome you to this District 25 5A matchup on this Tuesday night out here at Eagle Field, and we're just about 8 minutes away from first pitch. Umpire crew just getting out here tonight. It looks like we'll have a 4-man crew, which is unseen up here in high school baseball, but it does look like we'll have a 4-man crew tonight. So we'll have one behind the plate and one out there at each base in the field. A new week means a new Texas 5A baseball poll. And this week, the Panthers rose a little bit. They're up to number 16 in the Diamond Pro poll. Other district opponents ranked include Leander Rouse at 13, Cedar Park at 14, and this Georgetown Eagle squad at number 18. So number 16 versus number 18 here tonight in Georgetown, and we're just about ready to go. Liberty Hill coming off a big win over Leander on Friday night, 14-4. That clinched a playoff berth for the Panthers, and now they're playing to win the district. Georgetown, on the other hand, is coming off 2 losses in a row in district over Leander and also Rouse. 2 tough games last week for the Eagles, and unable to really get over the hump in either of those. They're coming to play tonight here on senior night. This will be a tough matchup for the Panthers, I am sure. So it looks like we're going to take a short break here until we get over with the coaches meeting. They're still taking some pictures over there for senior night, so we may be a little bit delayed here. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back for the start of this district ball game.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13, back in, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close up in the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
Back here in Georgetown, where we're just waiting for the coaches meeting here, and then we'll get the starting lineups and the national anthem here for you on this Tuesday night in District 25 5A. 2 games left in the district schedule. Liberty Hill, they're going to take on Georgetown here tonight, and then on Friday night they'll have Glenn at home to finish their district season. The Eagles, however, they're going to have to play Liberty Hill tonight, and then they're going to go over to Cedar Park on Friday, trying to finish their season out strong. But there's a scenario here where the Georgetown Eagles will be tied with Leander. Georgetown has not yet clinched a playoff spot. 1 win this week would clinch a playoff spot for them, but right now they're still sitting there right on the edge. Leander's trying to climb back and take that last spot. So what's Liberty Hill playing for at this point? They're playing for a district championship. There's a few scenarios where that happens, but the best one for Liberty Hill, the easiest one, would be Liberty Hill winning tonight, winning on Friday night, and then they would need Georgetown to beat Cedar Park on Friday, and they would need Rouse to beat Cedar Park tonight. It's kind of complicated, but basically Liberty Hill cannot be tied with Cedar Park at the top, or Cedar Park would win due to the season series. So there's a few scenarios Liberty Hill's looking for tonight, and we'll be sure to update you at district scores tonight as they come in, because this district is just so competitive and so fun to watch on a nightly basis. I'm glad you've tuned in here live on Vype Live for the game, and we're just waiting. Once again, it was senior night, so it's a little bit slower than normal, so it looks like our first pitch will be maybe a few minutes after 7 o'clock, but we're almost ready to go here, so stick around, and we're just waiting for starting lineups and the national anthem here from Georgetown High School. If you haven't been out to this field in Georgetown, one of the nicest around, probably the nicest in Central Texas. Almost looks like, a collegiate field, or even like a low minor A field. It's covered bleachers, covered grandstands here all the way around home plate. Nice interior dugouts. The Georgetown's got their own little clubhouse press box, biggest press box in Central Texas. One of the nicest fields, turf on the infield, really nice manicured grass in the outfield, and it's also a big field, 323 down the lines, and out in center, I'd be surprised if it's not 400, 385 in deep center left, deep left center, and 385 in deep right center, so a dead center with a tall wall. It's probably just about 400. Tonight the weather, about 75 degrees right now, winds blowing in, kind of has calmed down a little bit. If you can see the flagpoles in right on the top kind of right portion of your screen, not really blowing, just kind of down and maybe blocked by some tree cover, but the wind is blowing in a little bit. And once again, we're ready here for a district matchup. Liberty Hill's been ready for a while. They're just waiting on Georgetown. Senior night, they're going to get a little bit of a pass here. They have a little bit more time. We are in their ballpark. It's their rules, how they say. But the Eagles have lost 2 straight district games, and tonight they're trying to get back in the win column. However, Liberty Hill is trying to stay in that fight for a district championship, and they could really need a win tonight. Here we go. Looks like we're going to have the coaches meeting here, and it'll be head coach Stephen Hutcherson for the Liberty Hill Panthers in his 4th year at Liberty Hill. For the Eagles, it's going to be Jordan Vieira. He's in his 3rd year of work for the Eagles. And they will meet here. They'll exchange starting lineups. They'll shake the umpire's hands, and then we'll get to some ground rules here at Georgetown Eagle baseball field. And then we'll be just about ready to go if there's any special things. And as soon as those starting lineups start, we'll go to the PA here, so y'all can hear the starting lineups and then the national anthem. And then also we will repeat them because we know sometimes it is hard to hear depending on how loud these PA systems are sometimes. So we'll repeat them after we get them. Once again, just about ready for first pitch. If you're joining us in, it's senior night here for the Eagles. So we're a little bit behind schedule, but we will be good to go by about 7:05. 14 seniors on this Eagle baseball squad, so there was a lot of recognition and a big crowd tonight for this important district ball game. Georgetown 8-4 in district play, Liberty Hill 9-3, both looking to, really improve their playoff seeding at this point. Georgetown has not clinched a playoff spot, but with one more win this week, they would, or a Leander loss. Liberty Hill already clinched a playoff spot with the win over Leander last Friday night. Now they're trying to play for position, try to win the district, and go into playoffs as the 1 seed from District 25 5A. While we have some time right now, I'd like to thank my QA tonight, Trey Grubb, for making sure we sound nice and clear for you at home, as well as Adam Mueller for filling in for me last Friday night as I was at UIL Academic Regionals down in San Antonio. And then additionally, he'll be filling in for me Friday night as the Liberty Hill Choir is traveling out to Orlando for a quick choir trip, so I'll miss Friday night's game, but I will be back for all Liberty Hill baseball playoff action, and I look forward to it. And it looks like we're about ready. We'll head over to the starting line to the PA for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Game against the Liberty Hill Panthers and your Georgetown Eagles. Starting tonight, batting first, number 12, Logan Dyer. Batting second, number 28, Carson Reilly. Batting third, number 24, Cash Durkin. Batting fourth, number 10, Kay Newiswander. Batting fifth, number 8, Colby Lamar. Batting sixth, number 11, Trent Eller. Batting seventh, number 2, Garrett Neely. Batting eighth, number 7, Jack Stavino. And batting ninth, number 6, Gavin Ball. And now for your Georgetown Eagles, number 19 catching, Jack Mazoff. Second baseman, number 2, EJ Davis. Right 25, go! Third base, number 5, Logan, hit. Designated hitter, number 20, Riley Heininger. Shortstop, number 4, Wade Denton. Left fielder, number 3, Ty Cloud, center fielder, number 16, Andy Taylor. And on the ball, number 9, Nick Silva. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, take your hats off for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back here to Georgetown, where you just heard the starting lineups and the national anthem. I'm still working on, recording those starting lineups, but it's going to be Nick Silva on the mound for the Eagles. Silva is going to California State University Bakersfield in the fall, and behind the plate will be Zach Mazok, his catcher. Mazok is a Baylor commit. At first base is going to be Reese Bell, number 25. Bell is going over to Arkansas Tech in the fall. The second baseman is going to be E.J. Davis. At shortstop looks to be number 4, Wade Denton. And at third base is going to be number 5, Logan Smith. Sorry for going a little bit slow here. I am recording them as I say them here. Number 5, Logan Smith. In left field is going to be number 3, Kizamore. Kizamore's in left. Linegar's DHing. That puts Heil in right field. Dyer leading off the Panthers is going to be Dyer, Riley, Durkin, as per usual. Silva will work from the windup. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. Dyer shows bunt. It's going to be right back to Silva. Silva's going to field it, throw it over to Bell at first for the first out of the ball game. So a bunt to tip there by Dyer, not down the third base line enough. Right back to Silva. He was able to put it away for out number 1. And now it's going to bring up Carson Reilly, the junior catcher. First pitch to Reilly, fastball in there for strike number 1. A 1 pitch. Off the plate, works the count to 1-1. So Silva working fast. He's going to try to give the Eagles the innings they need. That one's on the inside half. Called a ball, so brings the count to 2-1. Liberty Hill looking to get something started early like they did last Friday against Leander. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's grounded over to Smith at third base. Slow grounder. Smith's going to make the throw across to Bell for out number 2. And I touched on this earlier, a 4-man umpire crew here for this ball game, which is quite rare in high school baseball. I'm not sure if the Eagles were going all out for senior night or if they normally have a 4-man crew here at Eagle Field, but 4 umpires here on the field. 3 in the field, 1 behind home plate, and here's the first pitch to Cash Durkin. That first pitch is inside and it hits him. And if you remember what Durkin did last time against the Eagles, 2 home runs against them, and that one, not going to say anything, but could have had some intent behind it. Last time Durkin played this Eagle squad, 2 home runs to his name. But he'll be hit by a pitch here. This is his first at bat, and he'll bring up Cade Noonschwander. Now Silva works from the stretch. That one's high inside for ball number 1. So Eagles 8-4 in District. 2 losses to Leander, lost to Rouse, and a loss to Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill going for the sweep tonight. That one finds the inside half for strike number 1, and Noonschwander has a 1-1 count. So now 1-1 for Noonschwander. That one's popped up foul, out of play. And now we'll bring the count down now to 1-2. So Noonschwander now behind. He's going to have to defend here with 1-2. So Nick Silva, the California State University Bakersfield commit, on the mound for the Eagles tonight. 1-2 pitch. That one's out the plate. A little delayed steal here from Durkin, and Durkin's going to beat the second baseman to the bag. Good steal there by Durkin, using that little delayed steal strategy, able to beat the second baseman Davis, E.J. Davis, over to the bag, and he'll have a stolen base here. So now a runner in scoring position for Noonschwander here with a 2-2 count. Silva set, checks Durkin. Here's the 2-2. That one's hit bloop over Davis. It's going to fall, and now Durkin's going to come to the plate. There's going to be a play at the plate, and Durkin is going to be called out at home plate. And that's going to be the end of the inning. A good throw there in center field by Andon Petty puts out Cash Durkin at the plate, and we'll head to the bottom of the first, where Liberty Hill will keep Georgetown at 0. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at vype@vype.com.
And welcome back here to Georgetown Field, where on the mound tonight for the Panthers is going to be Blaze Milam. Milam, the sophomore, number 27, getting the starting nod tonight for Liberty Hill, and he's been battling injuries a little bit, but he's going to look to return tonight and put in some innings here for the Panthers. Doesn't have to go all game. I was talking to him today in one of my classes, and he said he's looking to go 3 innings tonight. If he can get 3 innings, I like the Panthers' chances here tonight. So it's going to be Milam on the mound. Carson Reilly behind the plate at first base will be Cash Durkin. The second baseman is going to be Trent Eller. Shortstop is Garrett Neely. At third is going to be Caden Noonschwander. Out in right field will be Colby DeMars. In center is going to be Jack Stavinoa.
First up for Georgetown, the catcher, number 19, Zach Mazok.
Stavinoa and Logan Dyer is going to be out in left. He's getting out of the DH role. That DH tonight will be Gavin Voth. Dyer must be good back to go in the field. He's out in left field tonight. Zach Mazok going to lead off the Eagles. First pitch to Mazok, fastball in there for strike number 1. Mazok, the Baylor baseball commit, catcher for this Eagle squad. 0-1 pitch is hit hard into the left center field gap, and Mazok will have at least a leadoff single, and he will be held at first base. So a leadoff single for the Eagles, and they're looking to get going here on senior night.
Next up, second baseman, number 2, E.J. Davis.
Mazok just took that fastball in the outside corner right over Neely's head at shortstop into left center field for a leadoff single, and now Panthers are going to have some trouble here in the bottom of the first. Corners in here. Neely and Eller at second and short at double play depth. Looking for a ground ball here from E.J. Davis. Milam set with a runner on first base. First pitch to him is high for ball number 1. Davis showed bunt there, then pulled it back. See if he does it again here. If you're just joining us, tied ball games here, still here in the bottom of the first in this District 25 5A matchup. Milam set now. Here's the 1-0. That one's in the strike zone. Brings the count to 1-1. So 1-1 for Davis. Davis showed bunt, pulled that one back, but it was a called strike. Brings the count to 1-1. Mazok on first base. They'll pick him. He's back in time. They're going to throw it back in to Milam on the mound. Panthers just missed a scoring opportunity last time. Durkin got thrown out at the plate in a close play. 1-1 pitch here. Runner goes, but it's going to be strike 2, and I think Reilly may argue interference here. Reilly thinks that whenever he was going to catch the ball, it may have hit Davis's bat, but the umpire, the Liberty Hill dugout, doesn't seem to think anything would be changed there. So Mazok's now on second base after that ball got just past Carson Reilly, but Davis down to a 1-2 count. Milam set, checks Mazok on first. 1-2 pitch. Popped foul out of play here, and Reilly will go over and catch it off the netting. Last time these two teams played, Liberty Hill got the better of the Eagles at Liberty Hill. Were able to beat them by a score of 3-1 on 2 Cash Durkin home runs. So they'll have to produce some offense here against these highly talented Eagle squad. 1-2 is a curveball high. Brings now the count to 2-2, and Milam's going to have to find something here against E.J. Davis. So Milam's taking his sign now from Carson Reilly. Now he's set. He'll check Mazok on second base. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded up the middle, and that's going to be trouble. Mazok's being sent around, and he's going to score. They're going to cut it, Durkin is. And the Eagles have jumped out to a 1-0 lead. So 1-0 on the RBI single from E.J. Davis.
Next up, right field, number 9, 6, and it was Landon Howell.
And the Eagles have struck first here on senior night. Liberty Hill gonna have to look to limit the damage here as this inning continues. Shows bunt at the new hitter at the plate. That one's foul. That's gonna be Heil. Heil is going to Concordia University in the fall. He's out in right field tonight. He's showing bunt. He's taking his signs now from head coach Jordan Vieira on third base. 0-1 count after the bunt was foul. Shows it again here. He pulls that one back as that pitch is in the dirt. Brings the count to 1-1. Big crowd here in Georgetown. You know, there's a reason people don't like playing at this place, and it's because Georgetown brings quite the crowd. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and for ball number 2 as Heil pulls that bunt attempt back. So now it's 2-1, and Liberty Hill needs an out here to help them out here defensively. Milam, here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's right off the bat of Heil, and that'll count as a strike, so that brings us count to 2-2. So 2-2 now. Milam's looking to get out here as Heil's batting for the Eagles. The Eagles have jumped out to a lead here in the bottom of the first, and Liberty Hill looking to limit the damage. 2-2, here's the pitch from Milam. That one's in the dirt. Good stop by Carson Reilly to keep E.J. Davis at first base. So the count is full now, and Milam's going to have to find the strike zone. Going to have to challenge the hitter here. 3-2. That one's fouled straight back by Heil. That ball will roll back near the G there on your right side of your screen, and head coach Stephen Hutcherson for the Panthers will go and pick up that ball and toss it to his catcher. Ed Heil will have 3 and 2 again after fouling that one back. So 3-2. Milam checks Davis on first base. Going to call time. Heil's going to call time. I would expect Davis to be running here as soon as the pitch is headed towards home plate. Reilly behind the plate's got to be expecting that. Milam to 3-2. Runner does not go as Milam throws a fastball that's Heil's just too late on, and now will be out number 1. Good way to respond. Good way to respond there for Milam after allowing 2 straight singles to start off this ball game, and responds with a strikeout of Heil. And now he's got Reese Bell, the 4-hitter for the Eagles. First pitch to Bell. Curveball in the dirt for ball number 1. Carson Reilly doing a good job behind the plate so far, keeping those balls in front of him. Got to be careful if you're Milam of Bell. Bell has the power, and last time we played here at Eagle Park last year, he took one over that left field fence. And he has the ability to do it anytime he's up. That fastball outside half for strike number 1, and now Bell's down to a 1-1 count. So 1-1 for Bell. E.J. Davis still on first base. Milam set, here's the pitch. Curveball, Bell way in front of it, not expecting that one. So 1-2 now for Bell. Good 1-1 curveball there from Milam. Bell way in front of it, thinking it was a high fastball. He was going to take over the left field fence, but now he's down 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's a curveball in the dirt. Good eye by Bell that time. Carson Reilly kept it in front of him, brings the count to 2-2. After 1, Cedar Park and Rouse tied at 0-0, middle of 1, so that's a district ball game we're going to have to keep our eyes on for playoff seeding here in District 25 5A. 2-2. And that one's low and away for ball number 3, and now Bell's worked the count full. Milam's going to have another 3-2 count he's going to have to deal through. So 3-2. Milam's set. 3-2 pitch to Bell. That one just a little bit low, and now be a called ball 4, and Bell will have a walk there. Bell did a good job of working the count how he wanted it to, and was able to get a walk there on 6 pitches. And head pitching coach here, Kyle Bisher, is going to go out there and talk to his pitcher. Calm down, the sophomore. I mean, hasn't had a whole lot of work. He's been battling some injuries, and he's now back on the mound for his first time in a while, facing some trouble, so I'm sure Coach Bisher's just going to go try to calm him down the best he can. Go over some strategy with 2 runners on, and tell Milam he's not going anywhere. Just work out of the inning, and he'll be fine. So Coach Bisher's still out there for the Panthers, and the home plate umpire is going to go try to speed things up here. And it looks like he did so successfully, and Coach Bisher and his infield will go back to their respective spots, and Carson Reilly is coming back to home plate, as Bell and Davis will go back to first and second base. So Logan Smith is here now. Smith playing third base tonight, and Smith is going, I have written down here. Okay, not a senior, my bad. First pitch here to Smith, fouled straight back for strike 1. No, Smith is a senior. Smith is a senior on this team, one of the 14 seniors. It is senior night here in Georgetown. 0-1 to him, though. That's a bunt pulled back. Carson Reilly kept in front of him and keeps E.J. Davis at second base. Davis, good speed. And any ball hit into the outfield really tonight for either team is going to at least have a play at the plate. Big field here in Georgetown. One of the biggest in Central Texas. Also one of the nicest fields in Central Texas. Milam's now set. He has a 1-1 on Smith. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back into the netting, brings the count to 1-2. So 1-2 here. Smith at the plate. Milam, here's the 1-2. That fastball's off the plate, brings the count to 2-2. And with one out in the inning, runners on first and second. Runners at first and second. Liberty Hill looking for a ground ball here. They need an out here for Logan Smith. Milam, here's a 2-2 to Smith. Curveball. Once again in the dirt, brings the count to 3-2, and Milam having a little bit of some control issues out there. He's working through them though, and he's trying to keep Liberty Hill in this one here in the bottom of the first. So 3-2 for Smith, back in the box. Milam set, here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's grounded hard to Eller. Eller's gonna go to Neely. Neely's gonna go to first base. Throw to Durkin is low, gets past Durkin, and a run's gonna score. So there'll be 2 outs now, but the Eagles do push the lead to 2. Ground ball there to Eller. Eller put it over to Neely. Neely's throw a little bit low, and Durkin unable to take it on the one hop. And that'll give another run here for the Eagles. So 2-0 now with 2-0, yeah, with 2 outs here. And Riley Leyinger at the plate. He's DH tonight for the Eagles. Lefty, sophomore, they're gonna pick. And at first base, that'll be Smith just back in time. Smith reached on a fielder's choice there. The fielder's choice RBI. And Riley Leyinger at the plate now. I'll pick Smith again. He's back again. That Cedar Park Rouse game now at 0-0 through 1. Cedar Park put Rouse down 1-2-3. At high fastball to Leyinger. Brings his count to 1-0. So 1-0, Milam set. Here's the 1-0 to Leyinger. That fastball is in there, brings the count to 1-1. So Liberty Hill's going to have to respond here to the Eagles' 2 runs. And we saw this game. This is kind of feeling similar to that Cedar Park game where Liberty Hill came out just short 5-4, unable to push any more across in the top of the 7th. So they're going to have to show some offense here as we continue this game. That one's hit foul, going towards the batting cages here at Eagle Field, and that one will fly out. So Leyinger now is down to 1-2. So Milam on the mound is going to have to look to retire Leyinger with this one. Leyinger wants time, he receives it. 2 outs in the inning here for the Panthers, but they have allowed 2 on a series of singles, then a walk, and then a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Leyinger. That one's hit high into center field. Stavanoa looks to be tracking it well. He is camped out under, and he's able to make the catch for out number 3. And we'll head to the top of the 2nd, where Liberty Hill will look to respond to the Eagles' runs. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
Next for Liberty Hill, number 5.
Well, welcome back here to Georgetown High School, where Colby DeMars will lead off the top of the 2nd here for the Panthers. They're going to have to respond here, facing Nick Silva in his 2nd inning of work. They're going to have to respond to the Eagles putting 2 on them in the 1st inning. First pitch here of the inning. finds the inside corner for strike number 1. Colby DeMars, the sophomore, he's played right field all of this district campaign. He's looking to start the Panthers here in the top of the second. That one is in the zone. Brings count to 0-2. And Silva is working good right now. 0-2 here from Silva. That one's called strike 3. DeMars went up there, didn't swing his bat once, and 3 straight pitches from Silva, and he's down on strikes for out number 1. Silva's going to California State Bakersfield. He's not someone you want to mess around with. This Eagle squad always known for their pitching and defense, and it's going to be tough for the Panthers to put up any runs against them. First pitch swinging there for Trent Eller, and it's fouled straight back into the netting, and that'll be strike number 1. So 0-1 for Eller. Eller, the second baseman, senior, going to UT Dallas. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's hit hard to the shortstop. Shortstop Denton making the throw over to Bell in time for out number 2, and 2 quick outs here for the Panthers.
Next up, number 2.
Hard hit ball there from Eller, just right at Denton, who's kind of shifted over there to that hole between third and shortstop, and Eller just not fast enough to beat the strong arm of Denton there. So 2 outs, brings up Garrett Neely, looking to prevent Silva from going 1-2-3. That fastball off the plate for ball number 1. Neely, the shortstop, he'll be joining Trent Eller at UT Dallas in the fall. That fastball's in the zone, and Neely fouls it back into the netting here, brings the count to 1-1. So 1-1 here. Silva winds up the pitch. That one low and away for ball number 2, just a little bit low. Good spot there from Silva. Him and Mazok working well together. Here's the 2-1. That's a little slider, finds his zone, brings the count to 2-2. And Neely now 1 strike away. 2-2 pitch here to Neely. That one's fouled right back into the catcher's mitt, so he'll go down as a strikeout, and Silva puts the Panthers down 1-2-3, and they'll have to, Liberty Hill will go to the bottom of the inning, where they'll have to hold the Eagles to keep this game close. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Welcome back here to Georgetown High School, where Blaze Milam will return to the mound for Liberty Hill here in the bottom of the second. He allowed 2 in the bottom of the first, but he's going to look to come back, respond, calm down a little bit, and if he can find the strike zone a little bit more often, he will be good to go. He has a great defense behind him, and he's going to have to let him use it. A few errors in the top of the first inning, or bottom of the first inning, excuse me. Liberty Hill allowed 2 runs on a combination of errors and base hits from the Eagles. The Eagles are going to have 7, 8, 9 up. They'll have Wade Denton and Ty Klaus Kissamore and Andon Petty.
Next up, number 4, Wade Denton.
This entire lineup tonight is seniors, and I don't think that's uncommon here, except Lininger for the Eagles. Here's the first pitch here to Wade Denton. Fouled straight back for strike number 1. This is going to be Wade Denton. He's going to UT Tyler in the fall. And he's the shortstop tonight. Also can come in on relief in the mound if he has to. 0-1. Curveball chased by Denton. And that brings the count to 0-2. There you go. That's a good start from Milam after being a little bit wild in the first inning. Came and calmed down a little bit here in the bottom of the second. 0-2 pitch. Here's the windup in the pitch. At fastball, about 2 or 3 inches off the plate there, and called ball number 1. So 1-2 Denton trying to lead off the Eagles. Milam trying to get the first out of the inning. That curveball's way off the plate. Brings the count 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Milam. Grounded over to Neely. Neely fields it cleanly, throws it over to Durkin for out number 1. So Denton shortstop grounds out to the other shortstop. And now Ty Klaus Keismore at the plate. He is going to Western Texas in the fall to continue his academic and athletic career. It is senior night here for the Eagles, so I was able to obtain some of this information during their pregame recognition. First pitch curveballs there inside for ball number 1 from Milam. Here's the 1-0. That fastball's fouled way out of play, brings the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That's fouled back by Kissamore. And that now is counts 1-2. So 1-2 for Milam on the mound. He's looking to calm down a little bit. Keep the Panthers in this ball game. Keep this game close. Milam pitch, 1-2. Change up, chase through by Kissamore. And a ground out and a strikeout. And that's 2 outs here for the Eagles.
Next up, center fielder number 16, Andon Petty.
And now we'll bring up Andon Petty. Petty, the center fielder, he's going to Temple Junior College in the fall. And here's his first pitch from Milam. Fastball high for ball number 1. Cedar Park and Rouse still tied at 0 in the bottom of the second. Thank you to our QA Trey Grubb for sending us some district and fellow scores here in Central Texas. We'll be sure to update you on some other games as well as that one throughout the night. That one's hit by Petty into center field, and that's going to fall. And Stavino will field it cleanly and hold Petty to a 2-out single. So 2-out single by Petty. We'll bring up the catcher, Zachary Mazak. Mazak, a lefty hitter, the catcher tonight. Also the Baylor baseball signee here on his senior night. So Mazak getting a lot of nods tonight, and he's one of the star players here on this Eagle squad. He's in the box now. Milam's taking a sign from Carson Reilly. He'll check Andon Petty on first base. Milam's set. Now here's the first pitch to Mazak. Hit hard into right field. That ball's going to get past DeMars out there. DeMars is going to try to block it off, but it looks like Andon Petty is going to score on this one, and it's going to be an RBI double from Zach Mazak, and the Eagles have pushed the lead now to 3. Mazak took that first pitch fastball hard into right field, and as deep as this field is, anything out there is going to be trouble, and it was enough to clear the bases. Luckily for the Panthers, only a runner on first there, so the lead's now 3-0 for the Eagles. E.J. Davis back. He singled in his first at-bat. First pitch to Davis. Curveball, and the courtesy runner is going to go third. Riley's not going to be able to throw down. Looks like that runner is number 8. Zach Zavala running for the catcher, Mazak, here with 2 outs. So now here's Milam trying to keep the Panthers once again close in this ballgame. That one's hit by Davis down the right field line. It's going to veer out foul. So now So 3-0 in this ball game. Zavala on third base here for the Eagles. E.J. Davis at the plate. 1-1 count for him. 1-1 pitch here. That one's fouled into Davis's foot there. It'll bring the count to 1-2. In that Cedar Park Rouse game, the 2 other teams tie with Liberty Hill atop in District 25 5A. Rouse has taken the lead 1-0. Thanks to our QA Trey Grubb for that information. 1-2 here. Milam set, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball hit weakly into right field by Davis. DeMars coming in, he's out under it, and he's able to make the catch for out number 3 and keep the Eagles at 3. So we'll head to the third inning where Liberty Hill will look to get on the scoreboard here in this crucial District 25 5A matchup. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For the end zone, touchdown, Ryder Hernandez on 4th and 2 from the 17.
Sure, Vype Sports brings you the best in area high school football, but Vype brings you exciting high school volleyball action.
Dive in the middle for the back row. Here comes James and gets the kill.
Vype brings you walk-off home runs on the diamond.
Line drive, deep to left. It is going, and it is gone!
From lacrosse to the pitch to the court and more, the leader in high school sports coverage is Vype Sports. VYP.
Welcome back here to Georgetown, where if you missed our pregame show, I'd like to update you on the way of District 25 5A. 3 teams tied at the top. Liberty Hill, Cedar Park, and Rouse coming into tonight. 2 games left in the district schedule. Georgetown's in 4th, but they're only 1 game back, so a win tonight would put them back in that playoff picture. A win for Georgetown clinches a playoff spot, while Liberty Hill's looking to win out and have the best chances they have at winning this District 25 5A. They've already clinched a playoff spot, but now they're just playing for seeding. So now it's going to be Stavanoa leading off the top of the third here in Georgetown in his first at-bat of the ball game. He's still facing Nick Silva on the mound for the Eagles here. Stavanoa shows bunt on that one. It's a fastball outside for ball number 1. Trying to force Logan Smith there at third to respect the bunt. Not sure if we'll see it here again. He shows it again. He pulls that one back for strike 1, and now the count's 1-1. So 1-1 here for Stavanoa, looking to lead off the Panthers as they're down 3 right now. That one's hitting over by the forgetting the word for him right now. The batting cages, yep, over by the batting cages. Don't know why that word slipped my mind there for a minute. So 1-2 here for Stavanoa. Silva winds up the pitch. Fastball off the plate. Mazak wanted it, but it's a called ball. Brings the count to 2-2. So Silva working from the windup. No runners on. First batter of the inning here is Stavanoa. 2-2 pitch. That one's grounded over to Bell at first base. It's actually going to be E.J. Davis make the play, and Stavanoa is going to reach as Bell comes off the bag. As Davis tried to make a great running throw, he filled that one in the hole. And personally, I think Bell should have gone out and get that one. Tossed it over to Silva, who would have covered the bag, but because of that, Stavanoa able to reach on the air, and Gavin Voth is the DH tonight in the 9 hole, and he's going to try to continue some momentum here for Liberty Hill. Silva's first, his second base runner of the night. Working from the stretch now. First pitch of Voth, hit hard over the third baseman. That ball is going to be down, and Stavanoa is going to be held at second. And 2 singles here from the Panthers have 2 runners on, and it's come to the top of the order. Voth, first pitch swinging there. Took that one hard over Smith's head at third base. He's in the hot corner, unable to react fast enough. And now 2 runners on, no outs here. Panthers trying to put some pressure on the Eagles. Now Logan Dyer at the plate. He grounded out in his first at-bat. Had a great game against Leander, my colleague Adam Mueller told me. And he's looking to continue that hot streak into tonight. Dyer shows bunt. They're going to try to get the sack here. He pulls that one back for ball 1. Fundamental here. As soon as that ball gets down, Stavanoa is going to try to get down to third. But that ball has got to get down before any base runners leave. Dyer shows bunt here, 1-0. He tries to lay that one down. He misses it, but it's going to, so it'll be 1-1 now. So 1-1. Silva set. Dyer shows bunt. 1-1 pitch. He lays it down. Stavanoa is going to try to get to third. He gets to third, and Dyer does his job. So sack bunt there of Dyer. It will give the first out of the inning, but now 2 runners in scoring position here for Liberty Hill. And Carson Reilly now at the plate. No force outs on the base pass, so it should be Carson Reilly will get a chance here, and at least Cash Durkin should get a chance here. A base hit here should score 2. Gavin Voth, tall and lengthy on second base. He should be able to score on any base hit into the outfield. First pitch here to Reilly. Curveball off the plate for ball number 1. And Mazok's having to work back there. Can't let anything past him. Or the runner on third in Stavanoa would likely score. Pretty big backstop here, and they got cushions, so the ball's not going to bounce back to you. 1-0. That one's high for ball number 2. So 1-0. So now it's 2-0. 2-0 pitch here from Silva, and that's low. That brings the count to 3-0, and Silva may be a little flustered out there. Has Gavin Voth on second base and Jack Stavanoa on third, and Carson Reilly at the plate. 3-0 count. He's going to watch this one for sure. That one's right down the middle. First strike number 1, and one of the easiest pitches in baseball is the 3-0. Almost always taken here at the high school level. So 3-1 now. Silva pitch. That one's inside for ball number 4. And Silva now has the bases loaded. And oh no, here comes Cash Durkin. Now if there's a hitter Liberty Hill wants in this situation, it's going to be Durkin. And Logan Smith, the third baseman, is going to go talk here to Silva. And we have a courtesy runner. That is Sean Parsons for Carson Reilly. Panther fans getting loud here. Had to turn down the crowd mic a little bit so we don't hurt your eardrums there at home. So bases loaded here for Cash Durkin. 1 out here in the inning. Liberty Hill looking to get on the scoreboard. Silva taking his sign from Mazok. He's working from the stretch with the bases loaded. He finally finds one he likes. He's set, and here's the first pitch to Durkin. Fastball hit hard. A missile over the Eagles dugout, and I don't even know how the ball went that way, but that was a smoked line drive. Lucky it didn't get into that Eagles dugout. So 0-1 here for Durkin. A little bit late on that first fastball. Here's the 0-1. That one's hit into center field. And Petty coming in on it. Able to make the catch. Stavanoa going to force a throw home. And he maybe could have gone, but he's going to stay at third. And now there's 2 outs in the inning, and they'll bring up Caden Noonschwander. Durkin just got a little bit too under that ball and hit it high in the air to center field, not deep enough to score Stavanoa. So now the base is loaded for Noonschwander, and Liberty Hill has to take advantage of these opportunities. They're not going to, they may have many, but in a likely game, you're not going to have much better opportunities than this to score runs here against the Eagles. That curveball's high and away for ball number 1. And Silva's going to have to throw strikes. He can't walk, or he's going to, walk in or run. So he's going to attack the strike zone, and Noonschwander's going to have an opportunity here. 1-0 for him. Silva's the pitch. That one's hit foul. That's over by the same area by the batting cages. Words keep slipping my mind. I don't know what is going on. But 1-1 here for Noonschwander. Liberty Hill looking to creep back into this one. Still early, but every run's going to count in this matchup here between 2 powerhouses of this district. So 1-1, Silva set. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled back out over the stands here. Brings the count to 1-2. Silva hasn't allowed a run so far, but Stavanoa on third, Voth on second, 2 leadoff singles, and is Liberty Hill going to be able to capitalize? So here's the 1-2, 2 outs in the inning here to Noonschwander. That one's hit hard, pat to the shortstop. Wade Denton's going to have to make a throw over to first, and Noonschwander is out at first base. A heck of a play from Wade Denton in the hole at shortstop to beat the Noonschwander, and got him by about a half a step. And wow, the Eagles pull off a miracle and keep the Panthers scoreless. We'll head to the bottom of the third, where Liberty Hill's going to have to keep the Eagles at 3. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball at Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
13, back in, another reverse, breaking tackles, dives to the end zone, touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, Reilly pulls up the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the three. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Georgetown, where the Panthers trail 3-0 here in this District 25 5A matchup. So wow, 2 leadoff singles there, and the Eagles pull off a miracle on a great play from Wade Denton in short. Makes kind of a jump throw over to Reese Bell at first base and just got Noonschwander by half a step to keep this game scoreless for Liberty Hill. And that was quite that hurt here for Panther fans. But now as Cole Jefferson's going to come on to relieve Milam. Milam only got 2 innings. He wanted 3, but he'll be happy with his performance. You know, first game back, he showed some perseverance and toughness to keep Georgetown only at 3. But Cole Jefferson now is going to come on the mound. He's the senior. He's going to John Hopkins, and he's been great in his last few outings, and he's going to look to continue it tonight here in this relief appearance where he's going to have to keep the Eagles in check.
Even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be. Next up for Georgetown, number 6, right fielder Landon Heil.
So now Landon Heil at the plate. He struck out in his first at-bat. Jefferson would like to have that same outcome here. First pitch to Heil. Grounded over to Neely. Neely fields it cleanly. He'll make the throw to Durkin for out number 1. Good way to start it for Jefferson. A quick ground out. And that's about as routine as it gets here. So in 3, Rouse still leading Cedar Park by a score of 1-0. Our QA tonight, Trey helping us out. At first pitch, curveball to Bell's in there for strike 1, and Jefferson's got to be careful if he does that again. Bell could turn on it. Bell is going to Arkansas Tech as that fastball just misses. Brings the count to 1-1. So he's going to Arkansas Tech to continue his academic and athletic career. 1-1 pitch here. Another curveball falls in there for strike 2, and Bell is not having a good easy time registering his curveball early on here. We'll see if that changes here with the count 1-2. So 1-2 pitch here. Another curveball just fouled by Bell. Reilly unable to hang on to it behind the plate. So he'll have another chance. Jefferson working from the windup. Here's the pitch. Fastball chased by Bell. First fastball he saw at bat, and that struck him out. So now 2 outs in the inning.
Number 5. Logan Smith.
And he'll bring up Logan Smith, the third baseman. This game has playoff implications. Georgetown's 4th place right now, but only because of a 3-way tie at the top. Liberty Hill a part of that tie, so a win tonight would be big for them in their playoff standings, as here's the first pitch to Smith. That's fastball's high for ball number 1. Liberty Hill, if they win this game, they're in the running for that district championship. Technically in it if they lose still, as there's some weird combinations that could happen in this district, as Smith takes that ball into center field. Stavanoa camped out under it, able to make the catch for out number 3. And Jefferson in his first inning of work goes 1-2-3, and we'll head to the 4th inning where Liberty Hill's looking to get into that run column. I am Jason Heem, your nearest Liberty Hill Panther baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
And Nick Silva back on the mound here in Georgetown for the Eagles. He'll be in his 4th inning of work, and besides the bases loaded jam he escaped last inning, he's been relatively smooth sailing up there, and the Panthers are going to have to start changing some fortune here in their 2nd and 3rd times up if they're going to get in this ball game. I mean, down 3, they're going to have to start scoring at some point, and it's better earlier than late. We saw this against Cedar Park. Cedar Park jumped out to an early lead. Liberty Hill just kind of stayed close enough, but they were unable at the end. Scored a few runs in the 7th, just unable to put enough over, and they ultimately lost a game by a run. And it's kind of feeling like this game could come down to a similar thing as we're here in the top of the 4th, and it'll be DeMars leading it off. First pitch here from Silva. First pitch is a single right up the middle, and you know, for the 2nd straight inning, Liberty Hill has put their leadoff base runner on, but last inning they failed to score him, and they're going to have to have some different success here. So Panther hitters are starting now to hit to find Silva's fastball a little bit easier. They've been getting some hard contact off of it here in the last few innings, and Trent Eller now calls for time, but he'll look to continue the success that, you know, DeMars has had, that Voth and Stavanoa had their first at-bats. So Silva set. He has DeMars on first base. Here's the first one to Eller. There's a little breaking ball that falls in there for strike number 1. So 0-1. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt, brings the count to 1-1. Liberty Hill looking to get on the scoreboard here in this district matchup. Beat the Eagles 3-1 the first time they played them. They're looking to go for the season sweep tonight. They'll have to make a comeback, though. That curveball finds the zone, and now Eller's down 1-2. He has DeMars on first base after his leadoff single. Eller in his first at-bat grounded out. Looking to reach base in this one. 1-2. That fastball's hit into left center field. That ball looks like it's going to be trouble. It is going to get down. DeMars rounding second. He's going to be held at third base, and Trent Eller will have a double. And now the Panthers once again runners on 2nd and 3rd with no outs. Eller took that fastball, high fastball, into left center field, and as big as this outfield is, that was not a chance of getting caught. And that double advances DeMars to 3rd and brings up now Garrett Neely, and we'll see what the Panthers want to do here if they try doing any funny business. Neely in his last at-bat struck out, looking to change his success here. That one's grounded straight over to Logan Smith. Smith will keep DeMars at 3rd, and the first pitch ground out there puts an out on the board here for Liberty Hill.
Next up, number 7, Jack Stavanaugh.
You know, some hard-hit baseballs being hit right here at the Eagle defenders, and if you just keep putting those in play, they will start getting through. They will start forcing something. But good job by Neely by at least making the Eagles do something on the defensive end. So 1 out now, Stavanoa at the plate. He reached on an error in his first at-bat. First one to him, fastball low for strike number 1. So 0-1. Stavanoa looking to reach base for his 2nd time. Behind him would be Gavin Voth. 0-1 pitch. That one's low for ball number 1. And once again, Silva, after allowing 2 straight base runners to start the inning, he's going to look to try to get out of it again like he did in the 3rd, but Liberty Hill's going to have to take advantage of these opportunities if they're going to win this ball game. 1-1. Swung through by Stavanoa, brings the count to 1-2. Now Stavanoa down. He's going to have to battle here to make sure this doesn't go to 2 outs. Try to maximize their chances against some base runners here. 1-2 pitch is grounded off of Stavanoa. That could have been trouble, but hit Stavanoa's elbow there after it 1 hopped. And I'll keep the count at 1-2. So Trent Eller on 2nd base after he doubled. DeMars is on 3rd after he singled. And then he advanced on Eller's double. Stavanoa at the plate, looking to drive in some runs here. Silva at the pitch. That fastball's high and away for ball number 2, and it keeps Stavanoa's count at 2-2. So 2-2 now. Liberty Hill trying to just put something together, something go their way. Every time they've gotten a few base runners on, they've been unable to push it across. And that one's fouled back by Stavanoa, and he keeps battling up there. Gonna have to take advantage of these opportunities when you get them against the Eagles, and so far tonight, Liberty Hill has not. They're looking to get one here. Silva set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That fastball's away for ball number 3, and Stavanoa is going to force Silva to come in the strike zone. If it's outside, he has a good eye. He'll be happy taking the walk and forces the bases loaded jam once again. But 3-2. Silva's taking a sign from Mazok. They agree on one. Now Silva's set. Here's the full count. Is grounded weakly. The runner's going to come to the plate, and that is going to be enough to score a run on the RBI fielder's choice from Stavanoa. He'll get 2 outs in the inning, but on that play, Colby DeMars will score. And Liberty Hill now ticking away at it. Still a runner on third and Eller. Both advanced on that little ground ball there from Stavanoa. And now Gavin Voth at the plate. First pitch to Voth. Kind of a check swing. Took it over to by the Panther dugout. Voth, first pitch swung his last time, hit hard over the third baseman for a single. He's looking for another single or better here to get an RBI on the night. 0-1 pitch. Curveball chased by Voth, brings his count to 0-2. So 0-2 for Voth. He's going to have to defend. He still has a runner in scoring position. 0-2 pitch. Hit hard right back at the pitcher, and that's going to be enough for an RBI single as Voth is just putting the barrel on the ball. And that ball hit Silva kind of right at. Don't know where it exactly hit him, but he looks to be immediately fine, but head coach Jordan Vieira is just going to go check on him just in case. And 2 singles from Gavin Voth in the 9-hole. And the Panthers now just only 1 run back. That ball, just hit straight back at Silva at rocket speed. Voth doing a good job tonight, putting contact on the ball, and he has 2 singles, and he's showing why he's DHing tonight. Dyer now able to get back in the field. I heard he had some he was battling some shoulder injuries, but if he's back in the field, that puts another batter in Gavin Voth at the bottom of the lineup, and tonight he's proven crucial. So now Voth's on first base, Logan Dyer at the plate. First pitch of Dyer's hit into left field, and that one's going to fall, and a single for Dyer, and Liberty Hill is finding some success. Looking to have a little 2-out rally here, maybe take the lead. And now it'll be Carson Reilly.
Number 28, Carson Reilly.
Reilly with a ground out and a walk tonight, and 2 runners on, and Liberty Hill's starting to hit Silva a little bit. Even if Silva gets out of this inning, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pitching change going into the 5th. Liberty Hill starting to barrel up Silva now. First pitch here to Reilly. Grounded weakly back to Silva. Silva will have to go to first base to Bell. He will. That's easy. 4 out, number 3. So now we'll head to the bottom of the 4th, but not before Liberty Hill puts on 2 and cuts into this Eagle lead. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Georgetown High School and Eagle Baseball Field, where you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball. I'm Jason Hebner, and this District 25 5A matchup is starting to live up to all it was supposed to be. A close game. Liberty Hill at the top of the standings, 9-3, tied for first, along with Cedar Park and Rouse. Cedar Park and Rouse playing each other tonight. Rouse currently in the lead 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st. Liberty Hill scored 2 runs here in the top of the 4th. But the Eagles scored 2 in the first and 1 in the second, so they're leading 3-2. But Liberty definitely has momentum, and if Cole Jefferson, Hill's returning to the mound here in the bottom of the fourth, and if he can go 1-2-3 again, the Panthers will be primed to try to take the lead here in the 5th inning. And this is looking like an instant classic here at Georgetown High School. A big crowd tonight, the biggest I've seen this season, and partly because we're in Georgetown, where baseball is kind of a tradition, and this Georgetown High School baseball field, is the largest one in Central Texas by far, and the nicest field here. It looks, like it's probably bigger than most Division II, Division III colleges for sure, and there's a reason Georgetown's always so competitive here at baseball. As Riley Lindinger is going to be back in the batter's box for his second at-bat. First pitch fastball in there from Jefferson for strike number 1. Lindinger, only a sophomore. Once again, thank you to our QA tonight, Trey Grubb, for keeping us updated on these other district ball games, especially that Cedar Park Rouse game, as it means so much to this Panther ball club. That one's in there. That works. Lindinger's count to 1-2, and Jefferson starting right where he left off in the 3rd inning. Working from the windup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball just a little bit low. Lindinger not chasing it, and now work his count to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. That one's hit hard into left field by Lindinger. Dyer going back for it. He's going to be able to make the stop. Lindinger's going to be forced to a single. Good job by Dyer to get over there and keep Lindinger at first base. So leadoff single by Lindinger. Seems like shows you why he's in a lineup here on senior night. Looks like if you're a Round Rock or Vandegrift baseball fan, that's some 6A action. Round Rock and Vandegrift tied at 0 through the end of 4. I know my boss Merle Bertrand calls the Vipers games, and he's probably over there not too happy. The Vipers need a win to clinch a playoff spot. That fastball's fouled back here by Wade Denton, and at the end of 4, Cedar Park Rouse at 1. Rouse is 1, Cedar Park 0. Rouse trying to hang on to that game, and really that's the scenario Liberty Hill would like. They'd rather be tied with Rouse than anybody. So 0-1 here for Denton. Jefferson will step off. Denton may be trying to advance Lindinger on first base here. Denton, the shortstop tonight, has made a few great plays out there in the field for the Eagles. That one's missed by Denton. He tried to bunt it, and that brings the count to 0-2. And Jefferson will have a little bit of a cushion here. Down 0-2 is Denton. Denton in his last at bat grounded out. Liberty Hill ground ball here could turn 2. That fastball just a little bit off the plate brings the count to 1-2. A great spot to miss there for Jefferson. So 1-2. Jefferson set, checks Lindinger. Now he goes to the plate. Curveball. Called. Strike 3. And everyone there knew it. Denton knew it. Riley knew it. And so did the home plate umpire, so Denton goes down looking, and that's out number 1. So now it's Ty Klaus Keismore at the plate, and Keismore in his last at-bat struck out, and Liberty Hill could really, Jefferson looking to calm down. As long as they keep Jefferson there, they keep the Eagles at 3, they're going to have the way they've been swinging the bat here, I'm liking their chances as we go into the last few innings of this ball game. Just about halfway through, or about an hour elapsed. Pretty usual timing. And here's the first pitch here to Keismore. That curveball's off the plate for ball number 1. Lindinger still on first base here for the Eagles. Some more District 25A matchups. Marble Falls is leading Eastview 9-4 here in the 3rd inning. That one's fouled off. A little bit of a hit and run scenario for the Eagles there as Lindinger was going and Keismore was swinging. But he swung it foul down the first base line, and now bring the count down to 1-1. Ground ball here would give the Panthers an opportunity to turn a double play. Tried to turn a 4-6-3 in the first, but a bad throw there by Neely to first base, and That one got through and scored a run for the Eagles. They're going to pick Leininger. He's back in time. So 1-1 here. Jefferson on the mound. Has been great in his release so far. That fastball a little bit outside. Brings the count to 2-1. So 2-1. Kismore in the plate. Jefferson the 2-1 pitch. That fastball finds the outside corner and brings the count to 2-2. Jefferson has been one of the great players in that Panther pitching staff this year. As that one's grounded weakly over to Noonschwander. He's going to have to go across to first, and he's going to get Kismore by just half a step, and a great play by Noonschwander coming in at the play, making a on-the-run throw. You can see it pretty good there on your screen, and that would be out number 2. Just beat the speedy Kismore by half a step, and Durkin was doing the stretch, everything they needed to get that out. So 2 outs now. Leininger did advance to second base on that, and now is Andon Petty at the plate. First pitch to Petty, curveball low for ball number 1. Petty singled in his last at bat, and a single here and the Georgetown baseball field is trouble because this field is big. Anything past the infield here likely scores Leininger on second base. That fastball is outside, brings the count to 2-0, and Jefferson falls behind here to Petty. So 2-0, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Liberty Hill trying to keep this lead at 1 here for the Eagles. Neely calls for time. Say that because Neely kind of held up his hands there. I was telling Jefferson to just step off to take a reset here as Jefferson takes a sign here from Carson Reilly. He looks at Leininger. Now here's the 2-0 pitch. That fastball is way late as Petty brings the count to 2-1. This will be big here to keep the Eagles at 3. They haven't scored since the 2nd, but Liberty Hill put 2 in the top of the 4th, and they've had a lot of opportunities tonight they've just been unable to connect on, and they're going to look to keep the Eagles here at 3. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That curveball check swing by Petty. He did go. That brings the count to 2-2. So 2-2. Jefferson looking to do his duty in relief, keep the opposing team scoreless, and through 5 outs he has. He's looking to make that through 6 outs. 2-2 count for Petty at the plate, the 9-hole hitter for the Eagles, and also center fielder. 2-2 pitch here from Jefferson. Curveball, Petty doesn't go for it. Leininger stuck at second base. And now the count's full, and Jefferson will attack the strike zone here. And it looks like a pitching performance from the Rouse Raiders as they're still leading Cedar Park 1-0. Our QA Trey Grubb tells us they've gone 4 innings of 1-2-3 baseball. Quite impressive there from the Raiders. 3-2 pitch here. That fastball is off the plate, and Jefferson walks Petty. That was one that they felt like they needed, as now Zachary Mazok's heading to the plate.
Next up, number 19, Zach Mazok.
Mazok is the Baylor baseball signee, and a single and a double in this game, and he's not somebody you want with runners on scoring position. He's kind of this team's Durkin, but they got a few of them. They got Durkin, or they got Mazok, they got Bell, they got Leininger. All of these, this whole team can hit, and all the Panthers can hit too. So this is a fun game here to watch. Runners on first and second for the Eagles. First pitch to Mazok, and it clipped his back foot, and now the bases are going to be loaded from a walk and a hit by pitch. And he'll bring up E.J. Davis.
E.J. Davis!
So the Eagles escaped out of a bases-loaded jam in the 3rd while the Panthers were at the bait. And now Jefferson's going to need to escape out of his own bases-loaded jam here in the bottom of the 4th. And this feels like this is a critical point in this ball game. Liberty Hill needs to stay as close as they can. But Jefferson here, first pitch now to E.J. Davis. Fastball down the middle for strike number 1. So 0-1. Davis a single and a ground out tonight, so he's 1 for 2. That one bounces in the dirt. Good stop by Carson Reilly to keep it in front of him. That brings the count to 1-1. So 1-1 for Davis. This is the biggest at-bat of the ball game so far. The Eagles trying to extend their lead. Liberty Hill looking to keep it at just 1. That one's hit foul down the right field line, and now bring the count to 1-2. So 1-2. Jefferson looking to put away Davis on this one. He's set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Grounded over to Neely. Neely will go across the diamond to Durkin. And Durkin unable to make the catch. And that's going to be another throwing error there from Neely to Durkin. Just not able to find it right now. And the Eagles have pushed their lead now to 4.
Next up, number 6, Landon Harrell.
You know, Neely there could have gone to second base and maybe have gotten the out. Definitely a shorter throw, but opted to go across the diamond, and a little bit of an error there. And now I'll bring up Landon Heil. Jefferson there, his fastball in the zone for strike 1, and not a whole lot going Panthers' way so far in this ball game. 0-1 to Heil. That curveball definitely slipped out of Jefferson's hand there. And now the count will be 1-1. One and one. Jefferson takes a sign from Carson Reilly. He has the bases loaded here for the Eagles. Heil at the plate. Heil hits that ball through the hole, and that's going to be 1 run to score, and they're going to send the runner. No play at the plate, and now the Eagles have pushed the lead to 4. And a throwing error from the shortstop to the first baseman. Not sure who you'd attribute it on, but it's now going to cost them Panthers 3 runs. And could be crucial in this district ball game. And that's just a blow for Panther fans. And just like that, it looks like we may have a pitching change here, as maybe not a pitching change. It looks like pitching coach Kyle Bisher's at the mound, but head coach Steven Hutcherson is also out there, as it looks like we're going to have a replacement on left field. Dyer doesn't look like he's going to be able to keep throwing balls in, and he was dealing with some shoulder issues, maybe some elbow issues. I'm not exactly sure, but something where he wasn't able to throw, and he tried to get the start out in left field tonight, and it looks like he's going to have to come back in, and Tyler Williams will replace him out there. So just a critical error there, you know, would have gone out of the inning, but now 3 runs have scored, and the Panthers aren't out of it yet. Reese Bell at the plate is the cleanup hitter for the Eagles, and he could really do some damage. And that feels like that could be the inciting force that pushes the Eagles to maybe easily win this ball game. So Panthers now are going to have to try to get out of this thing and then respond here in the 5th, 6th, or 7th. And against the Eagles squad, every run you earn is going to be tough. So some critical mistakes tonight for Liberty Hill have really plagued them. 2 outs. Jefferson, here's the first pitch to Reese Bell. Curveball, low and away for ball number 1. So 1-0, Jefferson just trying to get an out here. He checks the runner on second. Now he goes to the plate. That fastball a little bit low, and now the count's 2-0, and just the issues keep coming for Liberty Hill. Heil on first base and E.J. Davis on second. That fastball's hit over to third base. Noonschwander with the jumping catch, and something Liberty Hill really needed. Makes a great catch over there at the hot corner and just gets Liberty Hill out of this inning. And we'll head to the top of the fifth where Liberty Hill is going to have to put some runs on the board. I'm Jason Huebner. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
Third 13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Reilly pulls up in the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the three. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by one.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Georgetown, where it looks like on the back on the mound for the Eagles is Nick Silva. I thought it may have been number 3 for a minute, but just the way the netting and the jerseys mesh. But no, it's back to Nick Silva. He's still on the mound. I thought for a minute maybe Kismore had come in to pitch, but it's going to be Silva. After the lead, I'm sure he got the nod, but if the game would have stayed at 3-2, which it looked like it was going to, I don't think Silva would be back out here. But now he has a 4-run lead, and the Panthers are going to have to tally up some offense here. As Cash Durkin will lead off the Panthers. It'll be Durkin, Noonschwander, DeMars. As the first pitch there to Durkin was in the dirt for ball number 1, and we're going to get a little bit of a mound visit between Bell, Mazok, and Silva. Here in the top of the fifth, Liberty Hill trailing by 4. If you're just joining us, a few errors have hurt the Panthers tonight. That fastball's inside for strike number 1, and Mazok may want to be attacking the inside here with Durkin. We'll see how that strategy pans out. 1-1 here. That one's high, brings the count to 2-1. Rouse has pushed that lead to 2 against Cedar Park, so that one's grounded foul by Durkin. So it's looking like Rouse is taking the lead against Cedar Park, and if that happens and Liberty Hill is able to win this ball game, that would really help Liberty Hill's chances of winning the district championship. It's a 2-2 pitch here from Durkin. It's hit foul down the right field line, and Durkin's trying to cause some offense. Liberty Hill just needs base runners, and they've had a lot of base runners this game, just unable to. They've made a few errors on the bases and, at the plate, and just unable to push across anything, really. 2 errors in the field have cost them about 4 runs, and this ball game will probably be tied if it wasn't for a few critical errors. That one to Durkin, hits him, and he's hit for the second time tonight. But that was a 3-2 pitch that just ran away from Silva. You can't, would have been a walk if he got out of the way of that one. But now I'll bring up Caden Noonschwander, leadoff base runner on for Liberty Hill. And they've gotten a leadoff base runner on the last 3 innings, but they're going to have to keep doing that if they're going to have success here against Silva. Silva set. Here's his first pitch to Noonschwander. A little breaking ball in the zone for strike number 1. Almost maybe could be like a little cutter. Definitely has some cutting action. Can't tell if it's a little weak slider or maybe just a straight cutter. Here's the 0-1 though. That's that same pitch, and that one's on the outside corner for strike number 2. Noonschwander down 0-2. Really see Liberty Hill on your screen. They're wearing their bright yellow away jerseys. Georgetown wearing their white pinstripes. That one's hit high and long down the third baseline, but it's way foul. But it was hit a long way. So 0-2 for Noonschwander. He's trying to stay alive and keep putting base runners on for Liberty Hill, who's down 4, and they only got 9 outs left in this ball game. Silva trying to take a sign from Mazok. They're having trouble agreeing on one. He finally does. Now he's set. Silva hitting the 0-2 pitch. That fastball off the plate for ball number 1. Georgetown thought they had it there, but a little bit too far off the plate for the home plate umpire, and he'll stay at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. It's hit hard into left center field gap, and Durkin's going to be held at second base. And they're going to try to keep him there. Left fielder Kismore trying to throw it into second base. Overthrew him, but Reese Bell was there. So Liberty Hill has done a good job of putting base runners on, but here's the part where they start to struggle is when they get 1 or 2 on, no outs. They start getting these just sometimes reckless outs, so they're going to have to be careful here. And now every out matters as we're starting to get towards the end of this ball game. So first and second for Liberty Hill. Now DeMar's at the plate. He fouls his first pitch back into the netting for strike 1. Liberty Hill does have more hits than the Eagles, 7-6, but only 4 less runs just because of the way they've been able to not put across base runners in scoring position. That pitch to DeMar's in the dirt. Durkin's going, and this may be an issue, but he is safe at third base. A good slide by Durkin, and he's able to get out of and out there. Wow. Mazak a rocket down to third base, but Durkin ran hard the whole time, and he was going to try to get there, and the throw a little bit wide, and Durkin just able to escape it, and that is where having a 4-umpire crew really helps us. It's now 1-1. They're going to pick Noonschwander. He's back easily. But 1-1 here now for Colby DeMars. A strikeout and a single on the night. They'll pick Noonschwander again, and he's once again back in time. So runners on the corners here for Liberty Hill. With no outs. That one's chased by DeMars, and we pan our camera over a little bit so you can see Durkin on third base. And now the count is 1-2. DeMars looking for an RBI and looking to keep adding base runners here for Liberty Hill. They're going to have to start scoring here to stay in this ball game. Don't want to have to do it all in the 7th. Silva the 1-2. Fastball high and away. Mazak kind of faked a throw down to first. And Georgetown's trying to pull out some trickery here, trying to steal some outs. And if you're Liberty Hill, you cannot afford to fall into that. So 2-2 Silva set. Here's a pitch to DeMars. Fastball hit through the hole. That's going to be a run and a single. And good job there by DeMars. Took the fastball, a single into the gap, and that'll push across 1. And Liberty Hill's cut the lead to 3, and they still got 2 runners on here with no outs. So again, Liberty Hill has put hard baseballs into play, and there's just been some lack of timing, really, that they've been unable to score more runs than they have. And this looks like it's going to be a pitching coach. It doesn't look like head coach Jordan Vieira is going to go talk out to Nick Silva. And while that happens, we will stay here because it shouldn't be too long. But if you're just joining us, 6-3, Liberty Hill has 2 runners on. First and second, no outs here. They're trying to respond here in the top of the 5th after allowing 3 in the bottom of the 4th. And this game is just going back and forth. Liberty Hill has not had the lead once yet, but they've been right there a few times, and they're trying to keep on rallying as this game is really crucial for our playoff standings. You know, both this team, Liberty Hill, has clinched their playoff spot. Georgetown clinches it with a win here. But now we're just doing standings and playing for a district championship. Thanks to our QA tonight, Trey Grubb. He's been providing us district score updates all night long, and Rouse is now up 3-0 on Cedar Park as they're heading to the 6th inning. So that is a good scenario. We need Liberty Hill to win a district championship. They need to win tonight. They need to win to Glenn. And then tonight they need Rouse to beat Cedar Park. And on Friday they need Georgetown to beat Cedar Park. And that would push them in to the district championship independently. So now runners on first and second for Trent Eller. They ground out his first at bat, a double in his second at bat. And he's facing Nick Silva here for the 3rd time. First pitch here to Eller. That one's in the dirt for ball number 1, and Noonschwander getting a little bit too far there. Mazak will back pick you. Got to be careful. And Panthers this inning have put 2 hard hit balls. Durkin was hit by that pitch. As that fastball's off the plate for ball number 2, and I'm sure there's some action going in the bullpen there for the Eagles. So 2-0 here for Eller. A double in his last at-bat That one's hit weakly to the shortstop, Denton, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. And it's just stuff like that Liberty Hill has just had some unfortunate timing issues with. And there, the double play with 2 runners on. And the double play there just kills all the momentum Liberty Hill had. They're going to try to push across the runner at third, which is Caden Unschwander, and it's going to be Garrett Neely at the plate. First pitch of Neely swinging for strike 1. So 0-1 for Neely, and I just feel that's the way this ball game has been going for Liberty Hill. 0-1. That curveball is just, Neely just kind of waved at that one. Not even sure what he was thinking, and he's been having a few tough games in a row here at the plate, but he's looking to find out. He's one of the hardest workers on that team. He spends a lot of time in the batting cages, and he'll find it out here at some point. 0-2 here. That one's called strike 3, and Liberty Hill only able to push across 1 in what seemed like they could maybe be able to push across more than that. So we'll head to the bottom 5 where Liberty Hill's just trying to stay in this ball game. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Georgetown High School in Georgetown, where we're just right off of 35. Well, we're really off of Austin Avenue, but we're not too far from 35, just north of the town square here at Georgetown High School. The first high school in this district, the second one, Eastview High School, located off of 29 out by 130. But we're here in Georgetown for this district matchup, and Liberty Hill has been behind the whole game, and they've just not been able to get anything going their way. And that continued last inning. I mean, last top of the 5th, where they just had a few ground outs in the wrong time, a double play, and it really shut down their offensive production that inning. But now Logan Smith is going to lead off the inning here, as that fastball is fouled back by Smith into Carson Reilly, and he may have the breath knocked out of him here. Looks like it just hit him right there, and he looks to be a little bit walking it off now, but it may have. He looks like he's going to be able to stay in this ball game. Nothing too serious, just a little bit winded. Maybe he knocked the breath out of him, but he seems to be okay. He's taking a minute. He's taking a little walk around, and he'll be good. So Logan Smith, a fielder's choice and a flyout tonight, so he's 0 for 2, but Liberty Hill's going to have to keep the Eagles in check if they're going to have any chance, as they just have 6 outs left at the plate. That one's swung on by Smith, and Jefferson now has Smith at an 0-2 count. Oh-2 pitch is a curveball popped up by Smith. Left fielder coming in, but it's going to be shortstop Neely out there for out number 1.
Next up, number 20, designated hitter, Riley Leininger.
So the fly out there is out number 1, and he'll bring up Riley Leininger. He has a fly out and a single on the night. First pitch of him is a fastball in the zone for strike number 1. And Jefferson has done a great job in relief. 3 runs technically, but I don't know how many of those are earned. Probably only 1 or 2, based on a few errors from the Panther defense. So 1-1 now to Leininger. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That one's fouled back, and that'll bring the count to 1-2. So 1-2 here. Pitch. That curveball's high and outside for ball number 2. Jefferson now has Leininger at 2-2. So 2-2. Jefferson winds up. Here's the pitch. That one's hit high in the air, but it looks like DeMars is coming in on it. He's camped out under it, and he's able to make the catch for out number 2. That ball had a lot of altitude, not a lot of distance, as that 2 straight flyouts here for the Eagles as Wade Denton comes up to the plate. So Denton is going to UT Tyler. He's made some great plays in this game to really keep the Eagles in the lead. As that first pitch fastball is in there for strike 1. So 0-1 here for Jefferson. He's looking to go 1-2-3 here. That fastball's in the dirt for ball number 1. So 1-1 pitch, Jefferson, here we go. Fouled straight back into the netting here, and the count goes to 1-2. So 2 outs. Liberty Hill looking just to stay in this one. They got the ability to score 4 or 5 in an inning, so they're never truly out of this ball game, but they're trying to keep the Eagles there. That one's hit on the ground to Neely. He's going to have a tough play. He throws it across the diamond, and Denton able to beat that one out by a step or 2. That's just a tough play in the hole there past shortstop as Noonschwander couldn't get it on the dive. And that'll be an infield single for Wade Denton and bring up Ty Klaus Keismore, who struck out and grounded out on the night. I was having trouble reading my own handwriting there. It looked like I wrote O-O, but it was actually G-O. And looks like we're exchanging some baseballs here, and looks like head coach Stephen Hutcherson is saying something to the home plate umpires. Maybe just letting them know of some sort of change that may be coming. I'm not quite sure what the issue is, but we're gonna look at it. Now the home plate umpire is gonna talk to the field umpires, and there's something going on here with maybe it looks like both sides are happy here, and we'll resume play with Kizamore coming to the plate. There's 2 outs here in the inning. Liberty Hill looking to keep the Eagles lead at 3. First pitch to Kizamore, grounded up the middle. Eller unable to make the play. Hit off of Eller's glove, then Neely got it. Then they tried to get the force out at second, but unable to get there in time. And once again, just the type of night Liberty Hill's been having, and it looks like now they're going to take out Jefferson. That may have been well, they may have been talking about it was a pitch count issue earlier, but now looks like Jefferson may be gone. They may try to save him for Friday night, and the new pitcher is going to be Brody Blay. So we'll take a quick break here, and then we'll come back with where this game is going to continue here in the bottom of the 5th. I'm Jason Heavner. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Life.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Okay, back here in Georgetown, and it looks like senior Brody Blay is going to get the nod. He's the only left-handed pitcher on this Panther pitching staff, and he's had a stat he's been wanting me to point out, but he hasn't gotten in a game the last few games. So here's the stat he's wanted me to share, if I can find it. And a important pitching stat is strikeouts to walk. It shows how many, basically is a measure of how consistent you are of throwing strikes in the zone. And Brody Blay has 22 strikeouts to no walks, so he hasn't allowed a walk on the season, and he's real happy about that. And I know he's happy that he's getting in the game right now. He always wants to get in there and compete, and he usually does a pretty good job at it. So it's Kismore on first base, Denton at second, and at the plate is going to be Andon Petty.
Number 16, Andon Petty.
Yep, Andon Petty at the plate. Blay and Reilly are going to go over some signs, and they are good to go. And now this game's look like we're going to continue. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Blay just needs 1 out to escape this inning, and he's going to look for a ground ball. That's kind of his specialty here. He's looking for a ground ball out here. First pitch here. Strike 1 on the outside half. And that's what you want if you're Blay. So 0-1 for Petty at the plate. Blay set. Pitch. That one finds the zone, brings the count to 0-2. And Blay will be a really important piece to this team come playoffs time whenever, you can be playing 3-game series, and Blay is a great arm to have at that bullpen who really is underutilized in my mind. 0-2 here. Pitch. That one's off the plate. Good miss pitch there, a little bit outside. Trying to get Petty to chase there. Through 6, Cedar Park down by 2 against Rouse. They have to score 2 to keep that ball game going, otherwise the Raiders are going to win. Blay here, the 1-2. Curveball hit into right field. DeMar's coming in for it. DeMar's able to make the catch for out number 3, and Blay does his job, and we'll head into the 6th inning where Liberty Hill's looking to score. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For the end zone, touchdown, Ryder Hernandez on 4th and 2 from the 17.
Sure, Vype Sports brings you the best in area high school football, but Vype brings you exciting high school volleyball action.
Dive in the middle for the back row. Here comes James and gets the kill.
Vype brings you walk-off home runs on the diamond.
Wide drive, deep to left. It is going, and it is gone.
From lacrosse to the pitch to the court and more, the leader in high school sports coverage is Vype Sports. VYP.
Welcome back here to Georgetown, where you're watching Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live. Nick Silva's back on the mound for the Eagles, and as long as they have a lead, I think he's going to be there, or until he faces some more serious trouble. And it's going to be Stavanoa, Voth, then Dyer, and that's been a combination that the Panthers have had some success with. You know, in the third inning, Stavanoa and Voth both reached base, as well as Dyer advanced them, and they were just unable to score there. But Stavanoa is 0 for 1 in this game, but he's reached base twice. He shows bunt there. He lays that one foul, and now be strike number 1. So 0-1 for Stavanoa. They're trying to, whenever they have a lefty up, they're trying to get a good bunt down the third base line and try to steal a base runner, but they've been unable to lay one down successfully here. So here's the 0-1. Silva winds up the pitch. That one's hit high in the air. It's going to be trouble out there for Denton, but he's out under it and able to make the catch for out number 1. And Denton's about as sure fielded as they go out there, so that wasn't an issue.
Gavin Voth.
But he'll bring up Gavin Voth, who has 2 singles in the ball game in his first district start. He's using his opportunities well, and he's going to look to put something through here. First pitch fastball in there from Silva for strike number 1. Silva's gone. He's now in his 6th inning of work, only allowed 3 here. And he's in line for the win unless the Panthers start scoring some more. So 1-1. Voth chases that one in the dirt, brings the count to 1-2. Liberty Hill down to 5 outs now, and they're going to have to try to put a few on this inning. That one's grounded over to the third baseman, Smith. Smith fields it, throws it over to Bell. Off the bag, but Bell's able to tag Voth, and now be out number 2. Now down to 4 outs.
Tyler Williams.
And now will be Tyler Williams, who is in the game for Logan Dyer. Dyer once again left, kind of injured out there in left field after making a throw. So now it's going to be Williams in his first at bat of the ball game. That one's hit foul out of play over the Panther dugout for strike number 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Here's the pitch from Silva. Fouled straight back, brings the count to 0-2, and Williams not afraid to go up there and swing the bat, but excuse me. With 4 outs remaining, Liberty Hill needs some rallies going. Otherwise, they'll have to do it all in the 7th if they're going to have a chance in this ball game. That curveball's low for ball number 1, and now Williams has a 1-2 count. 1-2, Silva's taking his sign from Mazok. Williams calls time. Silva hasn't left the rubber, so here's his 1-2 pitch. That curveball is called strike 3, and that one looked a little bit off the plate, but it's called strike 3. So now the Panthers are down to their final 3 outs. But first, we have to head to the bottom of the 6th, where Liberty Hill will look to hold the Eagles. I'm Jason Heedner. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
30-13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close up the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
And welcome back here to Georgetown, where Brody Blay returns to the mound for the Panthers. Well, he'll look to get 3 outs, and Liberty Hill will have to score at least 3 to keep this game going here in this district matchup. If things stand how they are, Georgetown would go to 9-4, Liberty Hill would fall to 9-4, and in that scenario, Liberty Hill is hoping for a Georgetown loss on Friday night, and Liberty Hill's hoping for a Friday night win, and then it looks like if current things stay as they are, that Liberty Hill would advance as a 3 seed, which anything to not be the 4 seed is all Liberty Hill needs right now.
Now batting for Georgetown.
So this one's really going to be an important game. As close as District 25 5A is, we don't really know anything yet until Friday night, and we'll have to look at the results of Friday night's game. Unfortunately, I will not be here Friday night. It'll be Adam Mueller back on the call, as I will be in Orlando with the Liberty Hill Choir, so I'm going to have to be watching some of those games on Friday night from Florida. So Blay is facing the top of the order here is Zachary Mazak. First pitch of him is in there for strike number 1. Rouse still leading the Cedar Park Timberwolves by a score of 3-1. There's 1 out in that ball game in the top of the 7th. That curveball breaks in there for strike number 2, and now the count's 0-2. So 0-2 for Mazak. Blay winds up the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 for ounce number 1, and Blay is dealing.
Next number 2, EJ.
So now 1 out of the inning. It'll bring up E.J. Davis. Davis, the second baseman, a single, a ground out, and he's reached on it air. Here's the first pitch from Blay. It's in there for strike 1. So 0-1. Blay, the pitch here. That one's in the dirt for ball number 1, and with that strikeout, Blay goes to 23 strikeouts and 0 walks. A stat he's real happy of. That curveball breaks into the zone for strike number 2, and Blay is the relief here the Panthers need, but it may just be a little bit too late. 1-2 pitch. That one's grounded over to Eller. Eller fields it, not cleanly, just bobbled it the first time, then he bobbled it in his glove, and then he bobbled the throw, and just a few bobbles over there by Eller, and that's the 3rd or 4th error here for the Panthers, and one of the reasons they're down in this ball game. So 1 out now, and Heil, the 3-hole hitter and right fielder, a strikeout, a ground out, and a single on tonight's ball game. Here in his 4th at bat. So that one in there for strike 1, and Blaze doing a great job again that first pitch strike. If you're a fan of 6A baseball, the Vandergrift Vipers beat Round Rock 3-0, and the Vipers now clinch a playoff spot in 6A. That one gets past Riley, and Davis is going to go to second, and he'll be held there. And now a runner in scoring position for Landon Heil. So 1-1 here for Blay. He's going to look to find the strike zone here after putting that one in the dirt. He's adjusting his little wristband that they get their calls from with a runner on second base. He's now taking his sign from Carson Reilly. He's set. He looks at Davis on second. Goes to the plate. That one's hit through the hole. Davis is going to be waved around. Never mind. He's going to be held. And now be runners on the corners after Landon Heil has the single there. And he'll bring up Reese Bell.
Next up, number 25, Reese Bell.
And now any runs here would be insult to injury against the Panthers here. They're down 3. They're currently having to put up 3 in the top of the 7th coming up after this one. And if any runs are added, they'll have to put up more runs in the top of the 7th to keep this ball game going. And realistically keep their district chances alive, but it's not out of the picture. There's a lot of scenarios in this district, and it's pretty wild. So Heil on first base, Davis on third, Reese Bell at the plate for the Eagles. Blay 1-0 count for Bell. So he's set. Here's the pitch. That one's outside corner for strike number 1. Blay able to find that strikes out that outside corner, a lot. One of the reasons he's so successful up there, as a lefty, he gets a lot of ground balls to second base, as that pitch is usually hit right on the ground to Eller. That one's a little too far outside, and they'll bring the count to 2-1. So runners on the corners for the Eagles here in Georgetown. That pitch to Bell is hit into right field. DeMars going back for it. He's able to make the catch. The runner on third, Davis, is tagging, and he'll score pretty easily. And the Eagles have pushed their lead. Here to 4. So now Liberty Hill will have to score at least 4 in the top half to keep this ball game going.
Now batting, number 5, Logan Smith.
In that Cedar Park Rouse game, Cedar Park not going away. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. They have to score 1 to keep the game going. So we'll see how that's going. Thanks to Trey, our QA tonight, for providing us score updates of other district ball games. You can also watch here on Vype Live. Brad Cohn doing the 300th broadcast of Cedar Park baseball on Vype Live tonight. You can also watch ECU. That's Jack. He does all the ECU ball games here on Vype Live, and I cover the Liberty Hill baseball games. So 1-1 now is Landon Smith. 2 outs here in the inning. That one's grounded over to Neely. He's going to go across the diamond. That one is caught for out number 3. So Liberty Hill will head to the top of the 7th, where they'll have to score 4 to keep this ball game alive. I'm Jason Hebner, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
And now on to close out the ball game for the Eagles is going to be who else than Wade Denton. Denton's been the shortstop tonight. He's had a few base hits. He's had a few great defensive plays, and now he's going to be the closer here for this Eagles squad, as they're going to face the 3-4-5 of Liberty Hill. It'll be the 2-3-4, excuse me. It looked like it was going to be Carson Reilly, then Cash Durkin, and then Caden Unschwander. Some interesting thing in that Rouse Cedar Park game. It's all tied up at 3 now, so that one's looking like it's not going to be over quite yet, as that game has some implications on what Liberty Hill wants, depending on the outcome of this game. And Adam Mueller will have that for you on Friday here at Vype Live. It's a home game against Glenn, final home game of the season, and final district game of the season before the Panthers go into playoffs. They're playing for playoff seeding tonight. If they can come back in this ball game, it'd be great for their playoff seeding, and really it confirmed that they would not be the 4th seed. And the 4th seed you never want to be, because we play a tough bye district. You'd be playing New Braunfels Canyon first round, who they've had a very impressive district slate this year. First pitch here to Carson Reilly. Panthers have 3 outs remaining here in this ball game, as that first pitch fastball is outside for ball number 1. Denton sets. The 1-0 pitch is in the zone and brings the count to 1-1. Denton has a unique delivery out there. He's real slow coming up, and then he kind of just releases the home plate. Here's the 1-1. That one's past Riley for strike number 2. Yeah, real slow coming up, and then he just kind of folds and releases, and he throws a heater for sure. So 1-2. That curveball is off the plate. Brings the count to 2-2, and Georgetown fans here wanted it. And now Reilly's 2-2. Panthers have 3 outs left in this ball game. That one's off the plate, and that works the count full. And Carson Reilly is looking to be a leadoff base runner here for Liberty Hill. Denton sets the 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled back by Carson Reilly. Did a good job of staying alive there. Reilly tonight has a ground out and a walk, and something else. I didn't record it. But here's the 3-2 pitch again. Again, staying alive. Fouled that one off into the backstop. Just barely got a piece of that one. But a good at bat here from the junior catcher. Down 4, you're just going to need base runners and a lot of them. You don't need anything, any miracles here. You just need people to get on base, put the ball in play, and see what happens. You got to force the Eagles to retire you here. So 3-2, pitch from Denton. That one's called strike 3, and that'll be out number 1. And that one, I think Reilly was on the same page as that out pitch had been called a ball earlier in the at-bat, but that time on 3-2, a little too close for comfort to let it go by. And now be out number 1, and Panthers now down to 2 outs remaining. First pitch here to Durkin is low for ball number 1, and now it'll be up to Durkin to be a leadoff base runner. And Panthers got to have some base runners here, down 4. And now Cedar Park has taken the lead over Rouse in the top of the 7th. They've put up 4 in the top of the 7th. And they are now leading Rouse, so they'll go to the bottom of the 7th where they'll look to close it out. Quite the shift in that game. Liberty Hill looking for the same sort of shift here. And that one's low in the dirt for ball number 2. So Durkin now 2-1. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Denton, the 2-1 pitch. Is grounded weakly into the dugout by Durkin, and now the count's 2-2. So 2-2 here for Durkin, excuse me. Pitch from Denton. High fastball, Durkin chases it, and that's a second straight strikeout, and Liberty Hill now needs 4 runs with 1 out left in the ballgame.
Next up, number 10, Cade Neuenschwander.
So it's going to be Cade Neuenschwander, who's the final out here for Liberty Hill, and it's going to have to be one heck of a 2-out rally here for Liberty Hill to stay in this ball game. Denton, first pitch is here to Neuenschwander. That one's low for ball number 1. More interesting things have happened than 4 runs here with 2 outs, but it'd be uncommon to say the least. 1-0 here. That fastball, low as well. Mazok wants it, but he'll end up just throwing it back. 2-0 pitch now. That one's in the dirt. Brings us count to 3-0, and Liberty Hill's not dead yet. If they can get Neuenschwander on there, you know, there's always a chance. 3-0. Denton the pitch. That one's high, and the 4-pitch walk of Neuenschwander, and Liberty Hill has a base runner. That's what it takes to start it. Takes base runners, and now we'll bring up Colby DeMars.
Colby DeMars.
So DeMars now. He's going to have to reach base somehow, as they'll pick Neuenschwander. That ball gets past him. Neuenschwander is going to advance to second base, and you know, it may be a little too late. But a runner in scoring position for DeMars. And just a precautionary here. It looks like the Georgetown pitching coach is going to go talk to Denton here. Just, you know, Denton does have a 4-run cushion, but you don't want anything to get in the minds of these players that they have a chance to lose this ball game. as that Cedar Park Rouse game is heading to the bottom of the 7th. Cedar Park has a 2-run cushion, and if that happens, in that scenario, Liberty Hill still has a chance for it to be second place in this district, even with a loss tonight. They still have a chance. They need Georgetown to lose to Cedar Park on Friday, and they need Rouse to lose to Leander on Friday. And they'd have to win on Fridays as well. So this district, still a lot of implications still up to grab, but a loss tonight and a win by Cedar Park would put Liberty Hill out of the running of district champions. That pitch to DeMars is inside, and his count's 2-0, and I'll elaborate on that. So even if Cedar Park lost on Friday and Liberty Hill won on Friday, and they were tied at the top of district, Cedar Park would win the district championship because they won the season series 2-0. Here's a 2-0 pitch to DeMars. That one finds the zone, brings the count to 2-1. So 2-1. Pitch from Denton here. That one's inside, brings the count to 3-1. So 3-1. Denton sets. And the pitch. That one called strike 2. DeMars thought he was jogging down to first base, and now he's down to a 3-2 pitch, and these fans are going to get loud here in Georgetown. 3-2 pitch here. Denton taking a sign from Mazok. He's set. The 3-2 pitch is foul tipped by DeMars, and that'll be the last out of this ball game, and the Eagles will win this district matchup 7-3. So that'll be the final. We'll take a quick 30-minute break, and we'll be right back with a little bit of a post-game analysis. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
3rd and 13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close in the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts. But did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com. For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
Hello and welcome back here to Georgetown High School, where the Liberty Hill Panthers fall 7-3 in this district matchup. That moves them to 9-4 in district play, and it also moves the Georgetown Eagles to 9-4 in district play. They are now tied in this district. So, what was the mistake of the game for Liberty Hill? And it was just the errors. You know, they never could get past some of their mistakes. A few fielding errors, you know, unable to take advantage when runners were in scoring position on the base paths, and that's going to be the game for Liberty Hill. And now they're going to have to end their district season strong. They're going to play at home. They play against Glenn, and as long as they can win that ball game, they should be in they should have done enough where they could be able to hold on to a top 3 playoff seed in District 25 5A. But who knows? This district is crazy. It's real strong, and every team can beat anybody on every night. So I'd like to thank again our QA tonight, Trey Grubb, for helping us out with some fellow district scores. And I'd also like to thank Merle Bertrand, student of NCAT, for always being there on the Vype Live team. I'm Jason Heedner, and I've been on the call tonight. And I'd like to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until next time, good night.